two of the most dangerous things in all the world is sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. So with that being said, he addressed the need to become intelligent, the need to become knowledgeable so that we could dictate our destiny. And to ignorance, we could never be in charge of anything that's worthwhile. And we have to piggyback on that also with who the person was known as the father of African American history, that is Dr. Carter G. Woodson, for him to come into the intelligent knowledge of entitling his book, Miseducation of the Negro. So he did not haphazardly come up with that title for no apparent reason. He saw way back in the 1920s and 30s that we as a people were miseducated. And when we look at the deplorable conditions that we are still struggling in today, it is very safe to say that we are still miseducated. And so miseducation is a serious mental disease. So we're looking at diseases on various levels, and we know that any disease is designed to cause you to cripple, to be on dire life support apparatuses when we have various illnesses. So we have to look at beyond just the physical. In fact, we know that throughout this creation, there are instructing signs for those who believe. And that's corona. So meaning that everything in creation, it points to a higher level. So we have to elevate our minds to be able to read creation. Read creation in order to safeguard our future. So in other words, and in conclusion, we have everything that we need in order to be successful. This is a great day and time when we really can understand that this is the day of enlightenment. This is the day where the atmosphere is ready for fertilization to take place, where people are in need of change. As we know, the Honorable President Barack Obama captivated the audience politically with the word change. And so change is a necessity in order to develop. If we have to recognize the importance of moving ahead, then change is necessary. And so we have to learn how to grow and develop by a little house cleaning. A house cleaning meaning that we get rid of things that are not important to us, things that are not beneficial, and keeping the things that are beneficial and things that are not detrimental. So when we're talking about change, it's nothing harmful, but it's things that we need to do in order to rehabilitate. Rehabilitation is simply change. If we find ourselves being hurt by something that we find that is very detrimental, then it is important that we make whatever changes is needed in order to move to the next level. So, brothers and sisters, there are many things that we could say at this day and time when it comes to growth and development, and to proceed not only as individuals, but family life needs to be reconstructed. Family life is extremely important. And one of the major objectives of family life, or the parental guidance, is to make sure that parents meet their children's emotional needs. Many people are struggling throughout their entire life because they are negligent or having difficulty feeling good about themselves. That's a serious mental and spiritual disease when people are controlled with self-hatred. Self-hatred. Don't like who they are. So we are faced with identity crisis. So when we're talking about New World Patriotism, it also means to locate yourself. coming back home to your original nature. In fact, Imam Mohammed stated that the strength of the human being, and many things that he alluded to as far as the strength, but one of the things that we'd like to address today as far as the strength of the human being is to continuously fall within the confines of your original nature. Your original nature meaning that you adhere to decency and righteousness. That's not something very difficult to do. Just knowing that our strength is to stay within decency and righteousness, that alone will keep us alive in a world that's considered dead. So there are many lively components or lively attributes that we can easily address and easily accept in order to make the type of changes, to rehabilitate, to revitalize, to renew, to come back again to sound, critical, life-saving behavior. So with that, we're not going to hold you because we know that this is a day of enjoyment, but it's also a day of enlightenment. And we'd like to conclude at this point to finish up by stating that the world patriotism is something that must continue not only during the 4th of July, but it is a everyday venue, if you will, that we need to constantly remind ourselves in order to move forward. And with that, I thank the Mosque for the opportunity again to address you, and let us continue to adhere to the directives and the recommendations of Allah. May Allah be pleased with all of us. May we understand the mercy and grace of Allah. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum.